like Steve C, go back, share it to Google Plus, and then share it to people. Just give me it one shot. That's what I want.
Totally. And made share. ANDMADE share. Door, you're up.
Okay. The app I want to reference is from Paul, who is the ultimate note taker for Linux for the rest of us.
That sounds like his wrestling name.
It should be. Weighing in at 250 pounds. Okay, a couple weeks ago, I brought FB Read, something. A very vanilla, plain, not fancy EPUB reader.
Right.
Is really what I was looking at. And I said to people, if you have anything better, let me know. Paul hooked me up. The app is called Aldiko. Aldiko?
How you spell
it? Aldiko.
All right.
Aldiko. I'll say one of the features it has that I'm not really a fan of, but I think everybody else will be a big fan of, is it has like that bookshelf view where you can see all of your EPUBs and all of your documents on bookshelves, and you can scroll up and down and pick which one you want to read.
I see. Seems to be the trend these days.
Yeah. I'll say the page turning was almost a hair delayed when you did it. It just made it smooth. Really, really smooth page turning. I was shocked at how much I would be affected by a page turn.
You mean because it was delayed, it made it smooth?
Well, it was delayed and just a touch bit, and it wasn't like fast. It was.
Oh, I got what you're saying.
It was very easy on the eyes.
I see. Huh.
The other features it has that I thought was a plus is it has day-night mode where it can invert the colors, so black background, white text.
Right.
Also, you can change the orientation. In the app, you can change the brightness so you don't have to hop out and go through a whole bunch of settings to get to it if you don't have your brightness app up and available. I honestly heard of the app before, but I never knew what it was until Paul hooked me up.
Aldiko. Looks good. It looks like a bookstore app.
Yeah, and I'll say it has 30,000 5-star votes.
Wow.
With 5 million to 10 million installs.
And it plays PDFs.
Man, it does a lot of stuff. The only ones I know off the bat, EPUB and PDF. But when I went and looked at it, it made it appear to me like I could do a couple more, like text, not HTML, but like flat text files and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, it looks cool.
Yep, and free in G.
Yes, as most of the apps are probably going to be tonight.
Yes. Well, it depends on how you actually pronounce the name. If it's G, but it is free. So.
Right.
I like the fact that you can, switch, invert the whites and blacks for night reading, because that sucks, man, when you're trying to read something and it's just super bright in your face.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's when you were talking about the page turning and how that seems natural. You got me thinking that, like, it's crazy how when we're getting into the digital age now, and this happens in music too, everything that's digital tries to emulate something analog or real. You know what I mean? It's like, you're not getting the real thing anymore, but we're going to try to emulate it. And, like, especially in audio, it's like it's crazy. It's like a lifelong crusade to try to get an analog sound now out of a digital device. That's like, and especially in electronic music, that's what a lot of guys go for. They want that analog sound. They want to get back to that analog sound. I'm like, just embrace the digital. It's pretty damn cool. I mean, we don't have to go back analog because that was back then. But, like, same thing with books. Like, you're turning a page. No, you're not. It's just interesting to me. Caleb, you got anything on this app?
Yeah, I got, actually, I can't see video or anything like that. I think I dropped out, I'm pretty sure. But, yeah, I got another app, though.
Hey, hang on one sec.
Yeah,
I was just wondering if you had anything on
news.
All right.
I know we had a couple.
I didn't hang up on him, I swear. He's just dropping out. Let me see if I can get him back, though. Give Give me 1 second, guys. I'm not editing this out. I'll continue to talk. Caleb, you there?
Man. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead with your app
right.
when you're ready.
Yeah, let's see here. Let's see if I can get everything pulled back up. God, sorry about that. My internet must be lagging out really bad.
Are you on wireless?
Yeah, I'm on wireless, but I got a 15. Well, I got Comcast, so that explains everything. But
that's all you had to say. Don't worry about it. That's all you had to say.
Yeah, right. No, but let me go back to that. I'll just start over.
Okay.
The app's called Reddit News. I know a couple weeks ago we had a couple Reddit apps that we talked about, or at least I saw Reddit is fun or something like that was brought across. But Reddit News, I actually saw this on the Android Reddit, their actual page. It's basically made by somebody on Reddit, and it's really nice. Here's the link for you guys. They do have a free and paid version. But this app right here, I mean, you just sign into your Reddit. It's like pretty much every other Reddit app that you ever seen, but this one actually has an ice cream sandwich theme built into it. Kind of like that's what made me want to do the whole Android Addicts app kind of theme based on this, just looking at the application. Of course, you sign in, you can see all your, the front page, all the Reddits. I have Ask Reddit, I have, Music and Geek, Android, Android apps, development, stuff like that on there as well. Really great Reddit browser. It doesn't have a widget yet, as far as I'm aware. I've kept up to date with it as much as I could. But as soon as it gets a widget, then I will be removing Reddit is Fun Gold from my phone and my Kindle, so where I can actually have, both of those with just Reddit News with their actual widget, because this one is just, it trumps any other Reddit app that I've ever used. Bacon Reader, you name it. I mean, this is the Reddit app to have. And 99 cents, I think it is. I'm pretty sure the paid version, maybe $1.99, $2.49, something like that.
I think it's $1.99.
$1.99. So yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. And the developer, if you are a Reddit person, Reddit user, you are, helping one of your fellow users on the website. So this is one of those applications that, $2. I mean, that's cheaper than gas, cup of coffee, pack of cigarettes, whatever you want to, equate it to. So, I mean, definitely support the developers out there with, just $1.99 helps out, here and there. So
totally,
definitely check that app out.
Especially if he sells, well, let's see how many downloads he has. Installs 1,000 to 5,000. So he just made $10,000. So it adds up.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, $1.99 goes a long ways with those installs, as long as you keep getting those numbers up. Totally. So I mean, it's a good product, obviously, since you have that many installs for a paid version, and it's non-root apps. So I mean, rooted apps, you'll see, anywhere from 100,000 to 500,000 downloads for a paid app. But when it comes to non-root apps, you notice a lot of the time for the paid versions, they're not nearly anywhere near
really
that. Seriously, check it out next time you see, like, if you look at what is it, Titanium Backup, like the key for it, I think they charge like $5 and something for it. It's insane.
Yeah, but that app's gold.
Well, it is gold, but of course, and you also have something from Jay Rummy that's called Root Tools, and I mean, it's the exact same thing. It does the exact same backup. There's one called App Manager, does exactly the same as Titanium Backup, a lot cheaper. So I mean, there's tons of different, there's always a different application out there, that will fit the same needs, same, foot, everything that you need basically. But you just got to kind of search sometimes. But like I was saying, with that $5.99, he's had a bunch of installs with that paid app. But of course, people need it. They need that app,
right?
So I mean, that's why Root will always trump everything as far as paid apps go, as far as the actual income point of it. So
I see. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. And that's funny. It's almost like whatever gets the best Google ranking is probably going to get the most downloads these days, even in the Google market. It's tough. Like your phone, like I only look at like the first couple when I'm looking for an app. I don't go down like to 20th one down, because I don't know. I have the idea in my mind. It's just not as good because it's not as popular. So I guess it's tough to get placement on that. Do Sean and Dor, do you guys read Reddit?
I tried to. I don't know if I'm getting old, but the text needs to be more clearly separated nicely if I can't follow it. And I'll just say, if he had the word bacon, I think he would sell more.
There's Bacon Reader for Edit. I read it.
I know, but if this guy had bacon in there somehow, I think he would sell more. I'm just saying.
Sean, he might get jumped for that, though. Come on now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he needs to make it like sausage or something.
Yeah,
There you
I'll
go.
say I don't read Reddit. A bunch of stuff I RSS feed goes to Reddit, so I know it's a very highly popular what would you call it, like a portal of information.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, that's what I would consider. It's almost the new dig, as most
Yeah.
people have
Don't
put
call it
it.
that. That's a
So,
curse.
well, I mean, in a good way, because it's an open source. You can actually take their source code and make your own, Reddit. You can also DNS or, basically make a, Podnutz or reddit.podnutz.com and actually just have a full Reddit, just specifically for Podnutz links. All you'd have to do is just make a DNS to that IP address, and then everything just follows suit as far as that goes. So, I mean, they're a very, good company as far as that goes. They're not like Dig where they're, okay, just, dig it or bury it. It's actually like, the user, you know, I guess base that talks about, everything on there. I mean, it's a lot, more inclined, and a lot more, in-depth conversations once you get on, especially the Android ones. I mean, really hop in there and look at some of those Androids. Like you said, it's a little hard to, filter through some of the comments as far as, what the story is, as far as the comments are. But, if you keep filtering through it, you may find, free apps. Sometimes you do find like free versions of the paid apps, especially like, Reddit News, like I just showed you. He actually had a free link for his application up in Reddit, he said he had it in there for an hour, and I think it was the paid version hit, what was it, 1,000 some downloads. It was probably more than that, but he had that free right there. So, I mean, if you want free applications, free paid applications for, a legitimate way to get these apps, go onto Reddit, go into the, /r/Android part, and you will find tons of free apps. It's like XDA in there. I mean, you find tons of great stuff for free.
Wow.
So definitely check that out.
Damn, I do have to check it out. Sean, do you read Reddit?
No, but he just kind of sold me on it.
There you go, man.
Very cool.
Salesman.
Good one, Caleb.
Thank you.
Sean, you're up.
Okay, this is actually a widget to an app that I brought, last August or something. It's called Here I Am Widget Lite, and it coincides with the Here I Am 2 app. And basically what Here I Am 2 is, real short, basically if you're traveling, you have your GPS enabled, and then you can send people you can send an SMS to people of your location. Like, so say you're traveling on vacation and you want to let your family or your friends know where you're at. You just, hit a button. This makes it a little easier because before you actually travel, the widget, you can write your message. So you can just make some generic message like, hey, my travels down to Disney, going crazy. And and then you can put the numbers in that you want to text. Like on the actual Here I Am 2 application, you can put people in there as favorites. It's a little more involved. This makes it a little more easier. You just tap the widget, it opens up. You want to send this, okay, and just hit one button. This is a free version. I actually found this. I think it was Android forums. I was on Tapatalk, and I always go into the new developers, new apps, and I just found it. So
it's called Here I Am 2?
No, well, Here I Am 2 is the actual application, but I'm sorry, I went to put this in the chat here.
That's all right. What's the name of it?
Here I Am 2, or Here I Am Widget Lite. Just put it in the chat. So it's just a widget. It's not made by the same company. I believe it's somebody else, but
I see.
I don't. It says if you can put 2 numbers in there, and then after that it says this is the light version. You can only put 2 numbers. I didn't see a paid part, so I don't know if they're obviously probably working on a paid version.
They have it. It's $1.39. Here I Am Widget Full.
Oh, okay. Huh. Well, I stand corrected. Well, then you can send it to multiple people, I believe, that way. So, yeah, Here I Am. It's an app that I love. And then when you send that location to somebody, as long as they have a smartphone, Android or the iPhone, you know, when they get that SMS, it has a link in the text message. It has a link. They tap it and it opens up Google Maps.
Right.
It'll show exactly